Hi friends, welcome back to the Sanctuary Garden. So 2 days ago, I was at the local Meijer and they have a really great garden section, and I saw the most beautiful apple tree and I was like, I don't have room for apples. Why would I need an apple tree? The more I stared at it, the more I was like, ooh, but I really like this apple tree. And then I looked at the tag and it was a pink lady apple tree, my favorite kind of apple. So I was like, okay, I don't need it today. I'll go home, I'll think about it, I'll think about a place to put it. And then the more I thought about it, the more I couldn't stop thinking about it. And then I researched it and I found out that you can put apples in pots. And you know, I was once a container gardener, so I'm here for that adventure. And then I found out that you need at least two, most often you need at least 2 apple trees to cross-pollinate. So now we're going to the store to get 2 apple trees. Pots here are pretty, but a little bit out of my price range. Oh, they are 40% off. I think I'm gonna get these 2 blue ones. So unique and pretty. Very big, maybe too big. They're also on sale. The bigger the better for apples. Here she is. What? They're on sale today. What? I'm glad I waited. She's so big. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get her out of here. Okay, so when you're planting apples, you have to get at least another apple tree, so 2 apple trees, and you want them to be a part of the same flowering group, which means they flower around the same time so they can actually be cross-pollinated. I need to find a second apple tree that's not a pink lady that it can cross-pollinate with, that is appropriately in the same flowering group. And I think I might have found one. Honeycrisp, and that just so happens to be one that can work with her. I've secured the goods, and now to fit them in my car. Big long mama in there. Time to fit the second one. Don't tell a crazy plant lady it can't be done. It can always be done. All right, 2 apple trees, 2 car seats. This car, honestly, is like a clown car. 4 bags of soil, 2 pots. It is done. Because I ended up going with bigger pots than I planned on, I think I'm probably gonna need more soil. I do have a bag at home, but I don't think 2.5 for each pot's gonna be enough. I'm gonna go ahead, take these home, probably run back out for soil. This is not my first rodeo with a car full of plants, I will say that. Home sweet home, and I just noticed this is our magnolia tree that keeps coming down with the storms. First storm took that side, another storm took that side. And as you can see, it's like super papery and it just absorbs water and it's very hollow. Crazy. I just noticed these side shoots that came out from the breaking are flowering. They flowered in like May, so that's just like a pleasant surprise. I don't know, I think this tree still has a will to live because it's putting off shoots. So if this other half comes down this year, which in mine, I don't know, I'm thinking we'll just cut it and hope that some comes up, because I don't want to get rid of the magnolia tree, and it still wants to live life. It's still making flowers, so I think I would try to cut it off and let it regrow before I pulled it out completely and put a new tree there. Hear me, Magnolia, I'm not giving up on you yet. She said, honey, I'm not giving up on you either. I've been here a lot longer than you. Thanks, Mags. Thanks, Mags. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need more bags of soil than this, but I'm gonna put them in first just to get a gauge if I need 50% more, a bag more, whatever. Also, I'm gonna have to drill some holes in the bottom because there's no holes. So do that before I put the soil in. And it doesn't Doesn't hurt that they're really pretty pots, so add some color to the yard. Wonderful. Now I like to do basic potting mix for almost all of my up potting, seed starting, pot filling, all those kinds of things, because for me it's a really good basic soil that goes well with all different types of plants. And usually it comes a little bit fertilized, it doesn't last long, but you can add things on top of it like compost or special fertilizers for your specific plant, bush, etc. Now, you could always create your own homemade mix, but that would require buying a bag of sand or buying a bag of moss or peat or topsoil, etc., and creating your own mix at home. That's a lot of work. I'm kind of a simple gardener. I'm going to keep it with the basics and add on top later. All right, fam, I'm going to go buy one more bag or 2 more bags of soil, and then we'll be back. They even look so pretty just sitting where they're going to be. I can't wait. All right, we are back. I did get a bag of more soil, but I also picked up some worm castings, which is really good nourishment for any type of soil, plant, flower, anything. You can mix this in all of your soils, and it just helps. That helps. And then I also got tree spikes. I think these spikes might be a little big now, like they're still so small. I'm gonna give it a go. Put one of these in the soil. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and just mix some of these worm castings into the soil. Get in there. A little bit. Just kind of squish it. There we go. Wow. It's ready for repotting. Because this little mama is a little root bound, I'm gonna go ahead and, oh wow. Yeah, loosen her up a little bit. Just a little bit. I don't want to do it too much. Just to let her know she's got room to put these things out in the pot elsewhere. Okay, that's pretty much at the height of the pot, really. Perfect. And then I'm going to go ahead and pour that soil I took out. This one will come out real easy. Just tell. Ooh. Now she's kind of falling apart here. She's got a lot of bark and stuff. She's not as root bound, so I'm probably not going to mess with this one as much as I did the other. That's pretty good to go. Here, put her in straight. Here. And then just try to leave that natural root ball above. Push it down on the sides to really make sure she's held in tight. Okay. She dropped a leaf. Now I'm gonna guess these trees have not been fertilized since probably they were potted. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the spikes in now. It has to do about 5 centimeters away from the root ball where you would have your drip tape. I don't have drip tape here, but I'm gonna go with the 2 inches from the root ball. I might stick it here. And then you're gonna bury it. So I'll stick it in a little further. Take that out, bury it. My quandary is, I don't know how this side is gonna fertilize over there, but it says 1 per tree. So I'm not gonna put any more elsewhere, and I'm just gonna try to remember to water right here and hope that it works. I don't know. I've never used these before. We'll find out. Everything is trial and error in gardening.
I've been thinking about myself today, thinking how I changed, how I really don't care if you are here or if you don't stay. Now I'm feeling those winter blues, but it don't work.
All fruits, plants, shrubs, trees, vegetables, all plants want to live. That's their main goal. They want to create fruit, want to create seeds, they need to flower, they need to reproduce. So even if you're not under the right circumstances, don't be afraid to try. They're still going to try to grow apples, they're still going to try to grow tomatoes wherever you have them. Of course, unless it's minimum light, shaded all day, that's a little different. I hope through this video you see that it's worth trying anything. This is my first time ever planting trees. I'm very much a novice, never done this before, but I know a little bit and I can research, and I did what I could and I put them in the sunniest spot I have them. And now we'll just see how they go. And worst case scenario, I lose them and I try again, or they just don't work and it's not the best spot. But I have a feeling these might just work out pretty well. The variety I have, I believe, I have Pink Lady and Honey Crisp. They're both supposed to set fruit in spring and then drop the fruit in fall. I don't see any flowers. I don't think they were pollinated. I don't think they were fertilized well enough. I don't know what their circumstances were in the store and how long they've been there. So I don't expect them to flower, and I don't think they'd be able to produce any fruit in time for this fall. Here's hoping for next year. And then moving forward, I do have to learn about pruning, learn a little bit more about what to do in the winter for overwintering. I know that these trees need cold hours, so they're gonna do really well. They're made for my climate, but maybe not in pots. Obviously, pots are gonna be a little bit colder on the roots than in the ground would be. So I might have to move them under cover. I might have to move them in my garage. I don't really plan on trying to give them sunlight over the winter. If I have to overwinter them, I'll just put them in the garage. They'll get cold, but they won't freeze. And obviously, learning about other apple things along the way, pests, things that might happen, diseases. I'm gonna have to research a whole lot of that stuff, and that's okay because I will do it as I go. I hope this video helps you feel inspired that you can grow things and do things that maybe you never thought that you could before, that you could put them in a pot. You don't always have to put them in the ground, and that it is okay to start something that you don't fully understand if it excites you, and it's okay to learn as you go. Or other words, learn as you grow. Thank you guys for spending some time in the garden with me today. I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Take care.